Jordan, good to see you. Today, we are laying out the 5 documents that every wealthy client needs to preserve their family legacy. Proactive planning is vitally important when it comes to intergenerational wealth transfers. And for the wealthy, of course, the stakes are often higher, the mistakes are magnified, and most, if not all, members of the family have an incentive and often the means to litigate if things don't go their way. So, the first document you suggest people have is an updated estate plan.
100%. You need to make sure you know where the money is going. You make sure you have a plan. Many people plan for retirement. They plan for these vacations. They plan for their family, but people don't want to think about when they pass away, what is the total estate plan? How are all these legal documents going to work together to make sure their wishes are not only carried out, but it goes smooth for the family? If you love your family, you need to make sure you have an estate plan so you eliminate the stress and worries from the financial end, because there's enough stress and worries from the emotional end when you lose someone.
Mm-hmm. And we can see in that estate plan there various trusts listed, and that's your second point here. Evaluate various trusts. I know there are a lot of options when it comes to trusts.
Yeah, they gotta look at their specific situation in coordination with their overall plan. Some people might just do a living trust and make sure they kind of look at the details based on their unique situation. Sometimes people want to do an irrevocable trust and maybe get it outside the estate for estate planning purposes. And some people like giving to charity. Maybe they want to look at special trust for charity to get a big tax deduction now and then leave that money to the charity in the future, but still get income maybe off those trusts over those years of their retirement. So it depends on each goal, but trust can be a great way to avoid probate and to make sure your assets go to who they should go to.
Right, really important. Third, you suggest they have a legacy letter. What is that exactly?
Yeah, a legacy letter is a great way to kind of put in writing kind of your intention for the money, your values, where you wanted to send that money to, what you feel about the people, what your intention is for that lake house. But also, we as a firm, we take that one step further. Instead of calling a legacy letter, we also have a love letter, which actually isn't in written format, but it's actually a video message that we have our clients record themselves, or we help them record, that we send to the beneficiaries of that trust or the estate, to tell them how you feel about them, how proud you are of their accomplishments. And I think that goes way beyond the money or just the letter itself.
Wow, I bet you see a lot of tears in the room
Thank you.
when people are
Myself,
watching
and
that.
it's not my family. It's a little bit tearjerker, but I think it has
Yeah,
a lot of value.
what a great idea. All right, number 4, you suggest a family governance plan.
Yeah, you want to make sure the family knows what the intentions are. And I mentioned earlier, what about that lake house? You might have a few children, and maybe some of them want to always have that lake house for their children and your grandchildren. But maybe some of the children, like, we live in a different state. I don't want to pay the maintenance. I don't want to have that lake house. Well, maybe you want to set it up where the lake house goes to some children and the other children get more assets, or just have a plan to
Mhm.
know kind of what your intentions are. Talk about after passing, who's handling this part of the estate, who's getting this. What about it? What if it's not like a big financial value? What if it's a something of a jewelry or something that has kind of an emotional attachment to?
Right,
Put
right.
a plan in place so that goes to who you want it to go to.
Mhm. And then last, a succession plan for the family business. I would assume this is vitally important as well.
Yeah, and myself being a father-son business owner, we want to make sure that we have a succession even beyond me. Even though I have a son, he's only 3 months old, right? He's not going to take over the business in the next few years, but we have a succession plan for ourselves in the business. And make sure if you have a family business, you have a succession plan. Maybe your children or grandchildren, maybe they don't want to take over the business. Maybe they do, or maybe one does want to take over the business. Have a plan in place. Make sure that all the children, all the family members involved are clear on your intentions, and you don't leave things up to chance. What you don't want to do is years after passing have a bunch of headaches because people didn't have that conversation ahead of time.
Absolutely. No, you really are protecting your family, as we said at the very beginning. Well said, Jordan. If somebody would like your help to create some of these documents or maybe that video legacy, what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, they can schedule what we call a possibility meeting to see what's possible for their unique situation. And they can do that by calling our main number, 847-499-3454.
All right. Jordan, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Aaron.